What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell, and I got one here by Destro Reborn. So post-war woman melts down after learning her looks can't pay the bills anymore. So let's get into it.
Flashback.
Of it when you hit and smack to baby, let me lick on your tattoos. That's true that I like PDA tickets to a city place. Down on the dash, getting faster and hope you can handle the heat. Put your name in the streets, get stabbed with a rat too. Boys be mad that I don't. Incels, girls hate too. Guns to they pigtail.
A few moments later.
At this point, I have no idea what else to do for money.
For money.
Failure.
At this point, I have no idea what else to do for money, and I just really want to leave this country so bad. So I have to renew my passport. That's number one. And figure out a way to go to another country and get on a work visa or something, because I do not want to be here. Pretty girls, any broke, people shouldn't be struggling. Yeah, I agree 100%. And I know what's going on. So.
Yes, another post-war 304 who can't get fair market price for that heavily used box. You see what I did there? You know, I feel like you guys don't believe me when I tell you that.
There ain't enough tricks to go around.
Maybe 10 years ago, a woman like this, with some good-looking RuPaul makeup, some double D's, and 30 pounds, could have easily used Silicon Valley tech boyfriend to finance her whole life. I mean, worst case scenario, she could have at least snagged an older sugar daddy or even more arrangements. But my brothers, those days have long gone. Unfortunately, the market for post-war sex is dropping. Well, let's just, I'm not talking about these sex dolls, although they're very convincing, by the way. Also, it kind of seems like every 21-year-old wants to become a sex worker the moment she leaves college.
Telling me after the mayor said it's okay, prostitution's okay. I'm out here like 45 for the 15. Like, shit getting too overpopulated now. Everybody been waiting for this rule to be lifted. And now, damn, you gonna take her and not me? Ain't no way you about to take my G-Ma instead of me, bro. How much you owe for them? You did 30, right? 30 for the 15, you freaky.
When Insta baddies or Insta models, when women started to aspire to be like that, that's when all the sex work and civilian lifestyle, that's when all the lines started to blur. You bitches seen sex workers on Instagram and it was like, I want to be like that woman. Not knowing exactly what was going on, right? You started to pick up on the language of these women or of other women who talk like this. Right?
Yeah. First, going back to the first lady, she wants to try to be a passport sis. Oh, get a work visa in another country? Good luck. And of course, if you don't have a degree, sometimes it'll be tough, but some places you don't need a degree. But yeah, you're like what, in your late 30s? And then, of course, with this OF in the West, they just want to go in and just dive deep and go, I'm going to have an OF career. And it's just like, nope. It just becomes a miserable life, but they don't know it. They don't see it. But oh well.
Right? We have a lot of women talking about, oh yeah, a trick. These be women who are selling it. They need a trick. You get tricks when you're selling it. And then a trick isn't even just a Joe.
A Joe?
I blame this all on those G.I. Joe simps.
It's not a John. This isn't somebody who you're dealing with or who you got a session with. This is a man who's tricking on you.
Message.
Tricking on you. He's your trick. Because you're a sex worker. Not because you're a civilian and you're just pretty. That's not a trick. That's a sucker, okay? Like, there's no difference. There's a difference between tricks and suckers. You're dealing with a sucker. You're not dealing with a trick. Or you just dealing with a nice guy. You just dealing with a nigga who want to spend some money. Why do you want to call these tricks? Why do y'all want to use sex worker language so bad? What's up?
So this poor post-war princess has to compete with 21-year-old freaks that have already accumulated 300 bodies.
8.
What's your body count?
Oof. I think 350 and counting more.
You see what happens when you screw around in shop class?
She belongs to the streets. He cold.
And here's the big problem. Men just aren't pressed for sex anymore. I can't fully explain it, but sex has become so transactional now that it's basically something you do just to fight the urge, like scratch itch. Back when women weren't all trying to live this 304 lifestyle and like bodies, men actually enjoyed the hunt. All you needed was your words, your wit, and a shot of your favorite libation to seduce a woman into bed. There was fun, excitement in the chase. There was a sense of pride in catching your prey. Talking a woman down to her drawers and beating the brakes off that ass was our only true connection to our days in the savage land, a true test of our masculinity. But you see, what women don't understand is that the fun is gone because they have collectively sold themselves, not as a prize, but as a purchase. Not a rare artifact or a stone, but a Gucci belt in the Soho clothing store. I want you to really think about what I'm saying. Back in the days of old, if a man was seen with an attractive woman, it implied something about him, that he was important, that he had game, or that he can control his environment. Being with a beautiful woman was a reflection of your value. Now, if you're seen with an 8, 9, or 10, the assumption is simple. You paid the market price to rent her, and that cheapens everything. The thrill, the chase, the meaning. Subconsciously, I truly believe this is why men aren't pressed for coochie, why they don't take dating seriously. Women have turned themselves into a transaction, not a...
Yeah, a huge transaction. And it's like, yeah. And men are just like, yeah, if they get older, there's like, nope. And even like learning early, for the 18s and 25s, there's just like, yeah, even if they are young and, full of something, yeah, the craziness is there, but sooner or later, they're just like, nah, the juice is not worth the squeeze. And they're not pressed. And then, of course, because I'm in Korea and Japan's next door. I mean, these guys, they got like sex dolls to, help them out. Because why? It doesn't argue back with you. It doesn't talk back with you. It does what you want. And that's what's going on. And it's going to be crazy when AI already is happening, but somebody perfects the sex doll to say, hey, I'll fulfill your needs. It's sad, but that's where it's going to go to. And a lot of women are going to be, late 30s, 40s, alone.
Treasure. They became a purchase, not a prize. And I ask you, where is the glory in that? Now think about it. Can you brag to your friend about the 9 you paid $1,000 to sleep with?
That's why no one will remember your name.
The truth is, women know this. And if you catch them on an honest day, they'll admit it. They'll admit it.
To be honest, I miss the time when men used to be pressed about pussy. Now it's just too accessible, and they're not even checking for it anymore. They can just get it whenever they want. They used to be able to hold it over their heads, and you can't do that anymore. Now they like it. And it's cool too.
So what happens now? The dating apps can't sustain them anymore, and the overall value of modern women is falling as more men start to come to the conclusion that most of them offer nothing but sex. These women are outside with their heads on a swivel, throwing choosing signals to conveniently forgetting that they told men just a few years ago to leave them alone in public. Now they're in public places wondering why men won't bite the debate. My brothers is truly fascinating.
I deleted Hinge. It's time to meet the one organically. But how though? Like, is he gonna find me? Like, am I supposed to go start a conversation with random guys? Like, I don't do that. And I don't chase, I attract. But like, am I attracting right now? Like, when you look at me, would you think that, oh, I should go start a conversation with that girl? Would you think that? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I need good stories, girls. Tell me how you met your husband organically, okay?
It's just getting worse every day. Where I live is treating me like I'm canceled for some reason. And it's really, really weird, but it's very, very exhausting trying to literally just survive for no help.
I don't need no man.
I don't need no man.
And no one, literally no one. Like, look at me. I'm not trying to be cocky, but like, I'm smart, funny, beautiful, talented. My life shouldn't be this hard. And because people assume I just have everything so easy because of the way I look. And thank God I look the way I look because I don't look like what I've been through. But if I did, I'd be really severely depressed. I'm already depressed, but if I looked like what I've been through, I would be really, really, really depressed. So
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care. Jerry.
But wait a minute. You didn't smash the bell and press like blasphemous. Although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, but that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So I'll test your strength.
Yep, and yeah, good old, destro. Heck of a video. Yep, so yeah, it's gonna be really sad by 2030, or if it's not even happening now. Yeah, a lot of women are just gonna be alone, and most of the guys are just like, nope, we're checking out. Or some of the guys are getting their passports, becoming passport bros, or even some of the guys are going m.g.t.o.w, men going their own way, and some of them are moving out. Said they're here in Asia, so it is what it is now, and in the West it's gonna get really bad if with social media and the delusion of modern women out there. So not all, but majority of them, they're just living in Delulu land. So yeah. All right, if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special, help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment, and wherever you are, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.